gentlemen, it is great to see you. We were talking before we were doing this interview. It's been close to, it could be like 4 or 5 years since we've actually had a chance, because it was when I had my show on the mic with Rudy Blair when we last spoke.
4 or 5 years ago, those memories for me all get just sort of into the recycle bin and then cleared. So yeah, 4 or 5 days ago, I've got some.
Because I was going to say, during that time, what has been going on with you guys? Because hearing what this new album sounds like, hearing vocally, lyrically, and everything else, there has really been a growth with the band. And like I said, not just lyrically, but vocally too, man. I love the way the band is sounding.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. It's in a sense a natural progression, I guess. We've been doing this a long time. And I think just musically, you know, you feel stifled at some point where you've written every riff, you've said everything you wanted to say in rock and roll, and I think there's just a shift that's made just naturally because you want to try some new stuff.
Plus, you also, you know, you can't be in the business for almost 20 years and just be the same person you were when you started. I mean, I think we all change as human beings as well, and so that all just kind of gets reflected in our art afterwards too. Everything we do is kind of a reflection of the life we're living these last 20 years.
Well, what kept you guys together for 20 years?
We got a good thing going. We talk about this sometimes because we've toured for so long. We've been on tour with bands that seem like they hate each other, and we're this group of guys that we all have the same goal and the same dreams, and we're all working towards it. And I think we all know that we have that same goal, so there's really no reason for us to all be in each other's faces. There's a big business aspect to being in a band, and I think we've been able to separate the two entities and just have, I mean, we're like a family, I think, first and foremost, and that's what's most important.
It's a family that's been witnessing a lot of things changing in the last 5 years. I mean, when you look at the United States, you go from Obama to Trump. Who would have ever thought something like that? You know, you're hearing about diseases right now that, you know, if you walk by somebody, you think you're going to drop dead. You know, chances of war happening. Right. All these things that are happening. Is that the reflection of what was kind of going on in putting together this new album? Yeah,
it's information, right? So we have access now on the internet to things that we didn't know before. When we were kids, you know, the whole ignorance is bliss rings so true, because when we were kids, it was like your parents just wanted you to go outside, just go push a tire down the street with a stick.
But that was fun.
Yeah. But it was fun. So now kids are just on the internet, and so, you know, and so am I. So this record was written pretty much around news. It was written around. It's very topical. It's very current in the sense it's like you talk about coronavirus. There's no coronavirus on our record, but maybe the next one. You know, I don't know. But that's where it all kind of stemmed from, rather than a moment of you know, breakup or something. This was more about something that happened in a very short period of time.
Wait, I was just gonna say, you're also, you know, we kind of ended our cycle from Wake Up Call. And then it was like, okay, we're done touring, and then it's like, well, next step is back in the studio. So then all of a sudden, you know, you're Tyler, and you have to figure out, what are you going to write all these songs about? It's not like you can just go and get yourself into a relationship just so you can break up and have something to, you know, you start looking.
Taylor Swift does it all the time.
Yeah, you start looking for stuff that's just there, I think, and it makes sense. I remember Tyler sending some stuff, and I was just like, man, you've been watching some news. It's like the same stories that you're singing about. I've been reading them too, so these songs are connecting.
But just curious though, how do you separate fact from fiction to write these songs? Because there are things that we hear that may not be true. There are things that may be true, but we're not even sure about. How would you be able to separate that to create these songs?
Well, because it's. I'm not actually talking about necessarily the truth. I'm just giving a perspective of something. So, you know, History of Violence is about domestic abuse. I've never been abused or abused anybody, so it's just my perspective of maybe what a victim goes through. So you have to be careful, because you don't want to trigger people. You don't want someone to go, hey, what do you know? RX was a huge hit for us, and that was about opioids in America. Same thing, I've never been addicted to opioids, so what do I know? So, you know, you, I guess, expect a little bit of that, but you know, people go to music because they're looking for answers. They're looking for something to relate to. So that's what we're giving people, I think, finally, after after all these years.
Let's talk about the music video, which I think so far for 2020, best music video I've seen. It's a mini movie to me when I watch this. Can you talk a little bit about it, what we see and what's going on with this couple, more or less with this young lady?
Yeah, History of Violence, it was like, it was so fun actually just talking about the process, because we didn't want to be in the video, the band. We wanted the video to be about the song and the content. And it was like, we don't need to be there performing and having our faces there. Let's just make sure it's about the story. Sam Salam, who directed it, I mean, we just love this guy's work, and we actually shot another video with him as well, because we just want to keep working with him. And it's the same again. It's like another mini movie where you get goosebumps when you watch it. And I think, you know, there's context in the songs already. There's content. There's stuff to be talked about. It's just now you have to get some kind of visual accompaniment to make the message even clearer. And I think Sam Salam did that with both of these next two videos.
Yeah, it was very important for us to make the video very powerful, and she was the center of the focus. So we felt like because the label came back and said, "What if you guys were cameos?" And I said, no, because you're going to ruin the message by having, one of us having a fake mustache on, being a prison guard. And It's like, no, it should all be about her. This is a great opportunity to have a great kind of mini movie. And we have a gazillion videos. People can figure out what we look like.
Plus, if you want somebody to be a prison guard, why don't you hire an actor? Because he's going to do a better job than me being the prison guard. So if we want it to look good and be good, let's get people that can do it right.
Now, you were mentioning there are two other videos coming out?
We did it's already released. World Keeps Spinning is what will be our follow-up single to History of Violence. So we did a video for World Keeps Spinning, which is a song about anxiety and depression, and it's a heavy video too. I mean, watching it, I seriously get goosebumps watching it.
Goosebumps is also when we hear you guys live and see you live. Tour happening right now. What's going on with this tour?
So we're just in the midst of a Canadian winter tour, as usual. So it's been going great. Tons of sold-out shows, which we love seeing. And then we're doing a U.S. spring tour, and then we are quickly to announce, maybe in the next couple of days, announce a big tour we're going to be a part of I think it's all of the states, unfortunately, in the summer.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
This tour in Canada has been fun because we will play different songs in Canada than we will in the States, and we do a lot more American touring than we do Canadian tours. I think we've all been having so much fun playing these songs because we're playing stuff from our first record and second record that we haven't played in a long time, and I think us having fun is translating to the crowd. I think they're seeing us having a lot of fun playing these songs, and you're hearing people. Ty will say, "Oh, we're going to play songs from all 7 records," and then you start hearing people call out dates, 2002. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun for us just seeing fans that are fans of our 20-year career coming out to see us across Canada. It's been really cool.
What's cool for me though is, man, I can say I was there in the beginning doing the interviews with you guys and watched how you guys have become ambassadors for rock music here in Canada. Going to wrap this up. Social media, place to go. Where do we go to follow?
theorymusicofficial.com, theoryofficial.com. What is it? I don't know. It's the worst for this stuff.
I think it's theoryofficial.com.
There you go.
And everything's there. You can figure it out.
There you go. 20 years ago it wasn't around. It is today. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Looking forward to the tour. Looking forward to everything you guys are doing. Congratulations on the success. 20 years.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.